Hello, good morning. This is something a little bit different, and it's not something I've wanted to do, but it's becoming quite a theme of I wanted a catchphrase for the intros, and this is quite a good one. But basically, I thought I'm getting somewhat used to this. I'm nowhere near to the level of YouTube standards I would want to be, but I can see how I'm getting there. And I thought, do something, let's push ourselves further ahead, while we still got the momentum. So this was supposed to be just going throughout my whole day, but um, it's 12, which I mean, it's not the morning, not by any definition. So we're gonna skip that anyway. But it does sort of work because this has to end basically at 5, so we got 4 hours. And the one issue with my idea here is that the complete video has to be under 15 minutes, because otherwise I'm not verified. I don't know how to. I need to find a phone number that I can use. But until then, this has to be under 50 minutes. So it kind of works. Let's start it off. We can start with some guitar. That's the idea anyway. So there is one thing I want to talk about. This plug has obviously broken there. This is the bit remaining, which is fine. Plug can break. They're not the most. I can understand how they could be fragile. The only issue I've got with it is that I put it in. It happened while I was putting it in the plug. I I slotted it in and then it broke. I feel like that's a dangerous precedent to say things can break while you're putting them in, while you're using them. So anyway, I'm going to go for a run now. But it is crazy how you'd think some of these things would be easy, and then suddenly just all the micro bits expand into so much stuff. I mean, it's not been difficult, to be fair. I put very little effort. But for an example, at the very start, I thought it'd be fun. I thought it'd be cute to do the little toaster thing, which seems like it would be, again, easy. What I didn't consider is the toaster doesn't tell you when it pops up. So I was just standing there with my camera, just waiting for it to pop up for like 2 minutes. Yeah, it's that kind of thing. Hey, I'm back from my run. A couple of things about that. I have been struggling with the run for quite a while because I've been ill. And this is the first run I've gone on where I've not been ill. In theory, I should be going on it. I'm going to help my dog up. Go to see. She helped herself. One thing I realized is, because I've been trying to run still while I've been ill to keep my general fitness up, but what hasn't gone up is my willpower, and that is an all-time low. So that's what I've got to focus on building up next time. So basically, that was a real mess, and I probably should have eaten more before it. But I did make up for that by having porridge, which was nice. And porridge is one of the few things I can make by myself with no recipe, which might not seem impressive. And to be fair, I can't really make porridge without a recipe. Well, no, not with a recipe, because the recipe is just oats and milk, but without weighing it. Because I can never be bothered to weigh it, so I always just shove it in the pan and hope it works. The problem with porridge, it's like milky oats for like 90% of the process, and then suddenly it's porridge, and then it becomes burnt porridge very quickly. So you have to be clever about it, and I'm not clever. I did alright today. It didn't burn too much, but it's something to keep in mind. Another a benefit of living with a 6-year-old is that there's always something sweet in the house. so I had maple syrup with it. So I'm feeling alright now. I'm feeling warm. I'm feeling good. However, when I walked my dog this morning, there were a bunch of runners, and I walked my dog earlier than I usually do, so I thought maybe that's running hour that I've missed, where all the runners just come out. But when I went for my run today, there were also a bunch of runners. I'm sure there's more than there usually was. So I wish I could come up with a theory for that, but I have no idea what was going on. Another thing, goddamn do I hate old people. When old people see something they like, they don't want to look at, which is fine, they don't look at it and just keep walking. They have to stop and point at it so everyone knows that they're looking at it, and just stay in the middle of the path for like 20 seconds, and maybe then they'll walk away. And if they have to turn direction, they don't do a gradual smooth curve that every species on Earth does. That's the most efficient path. They stop and then rotate and then walk. I swear to God, once you reach 60, you should be shot. That's a joke. So, I mean, I really don't enjoy how dark it gets at this time of year, but it's nearly 5 o'clock. So I thought I'd do a last minute kind of, what is this here? Kind of evaluation on things. I don't know what I thought going into this, but it's been alright. I've had a fun time. As I said at the start, definitely did not want to do this. Just general, yeah, common theme. It's important to do things when you don't want to do them. Apart from this series, has been quite an unproductive day, but you don't need to be productive all the time. I was also thinking, I have a very specific, not specific, I have an idea of someone that I want to be in my head. And I don't know if because I started in YouTube 2 weeks ago, and I don't know if I've gotten closer or not since I started that. I think I have gotten closer, but in other ways, I'm less of the person I want to be. And I don't know if this is a temporary thing, or I don't know. I suppose 5 o'clock is quite late, but it's pitch black, which I think is pretty crazy. I'm gonna say this right now, so it's been said. Again, this may be wrong, but my theory is the one thing that I am missing out on is my voice. And I'm thinking once I get that charismatic YouTube voice, everything will fall into place. And what I've found in life is that usually it isn't just one thing that will solve all my problems, but this could be the change. So I'm saying this now. 2 weeks' time, I'm going to figure out my voice. And that's that. It's been somewhat fun to do. I've had a pretty good time. And it's given me some good ideas on what I want to improve, some ideas of what I want to change. And hopefully 3 months from now, I will understand what I'm doing. So that's all. I'm going to go walk my dog to my dad's work, and then I don't know, live my life. But thanks for sticking around.